Hey guys, what's up? I'm Michael with the Hero Complex. If you've been enjoying these reviews that we've been doing for the Rising Suns line of Mythic Legions, today we're gonna have some fun getting to look at our next figure. And it is the Minotaur. His name is Regarionn. That's my best guess. Could be Regarionn. I think they're just having fun with us with these names, but regardless, he's an awesome looking Minotaur. So I'm gonna have a cool time opening this guy up, seeing what he's all about, and then seeing how he lines up with the other action figures that they've came out with this line. Shing! All right, and here he is. Very cool. Right off the bat, comes with some accessories, as we know and love with the Mythic Legions line. They always come with a bunch of cool stuff. Let's talk about that in a minute. I'm really interested in getting this guy out of here. Man, this guy looks awesome. Such a neat guy. So I wanted to review him specifically because I'm a 1/18th scale collector, 1/12 stuff as well. But for me, anytime there's a large guy like this, I'm just all about it. I've gotten a lot of the larger characters. They work really well with 1/18 scale to be giants. And so this Minotaur is just right. It just hits that awesome thing that I'm looking for. This is using the larger scale body. The head part of this, I guess, makes him look a little bit taller than the other giants that have been made, because his head and his shoulders, if you look, this is all just leveled up much bigger, but it's still sitting on that basic body. But now you have the cloven hooves here that have come out. Good articulation. I would foresee some people are going to be having some fun being able to customize this guy. So you've got great sculpting on the head with the bull's horns here. I don't know that you would really be able to swap out this head, because if you'd pop this off, the plastic directly underneath it actually matches the head. So if you're going to put a different head on this body, you're going to have to do a little bit of paint work there. Awesome, amazing looking belt here. Yeah, it looks like these shoulder pads are attached onto this, like this whole piece here. Interesting. Yeah, this whole piece right there is one unit, and it looks like it's going to have a good range of motion for you, so that you could really put these hands up to strike a really cool pose. Yeah, see, there you go. That's going to be awesome. You can really, you would think sometimes having these shoulder pads would really immobilize the character. All of a sudden you can't, put a cool hitting pose or something like that, but they thought that through. They gave you a little bit of extra space there, so that's nice. Cool. Yeah, and as you can see, like directly underneath there, you see that this head, like this whole head unit, pops in on top of your regular body under there. So it'd be curious, as people start to customize this and do their own thing, what would happen. It'd pop that off and put different heads on. Yeah, it's just a lot of very cool options here. All right, so let's take a look at the accessories now. All right, so I'm guessing this is probably part of a hammer. Yeah, it looks like this just pops right in here. Very cool, sweet. And what exactly is going on here with this? So I'm trying to figure out exactly where this tail goes, and I'm not 100% sure how to get this in here without taking the legs off from the upper torso. And it looks to me, based on pictures, that it would slide like right in there. Looks like we've got some skulls. Those have little ball joints in them too, so it could be that those might actually be able to click in here somewhere on him as well. So very interesting. So this guy honestly doesn't come with as many accessories as we've seen some of the smaller figures come with, just like a plethora of hands and heads. This really is just coming with the hammer, 2 skulls, and then his tail, which is a part of him. Still a very, very cool action figure. Maybe just a little bit less in the way of accessories. And that's probably just a consistent thing with a larger figure, requiring more plastic, so less accessories are made available to us. But very awesome. I'm going to try to get this guy in a couple cool poses here. These cloven feet actually don't give you as much of a foot as you would normally have with a bigger character. So you've almost got to kind of tip him back just a little bit to get him to stand up. Not really a problem, but just a little bit of an observation that's interesting. He really wants to fall forward because he doesn't have the feet like a normal human being. All right, and there he is in all of his glory. I was able to figure out what you needed to do with his tail. It was kind of interesting. So if you're at home trying to figure out like what do I do with this? The tail actually has, it's kind of like an O that has one side open. You actually have to slip it up the back little skirt thing here, and it slides up right in between the legs and the upper body. It's a little bit difficult. You just kind of twist it and get it in there. Yeah, I'm really glad I didn't try to pop the figure apart, but there was a way around it, and you can do it too. So there he is. And now let's line these guys up. As I mentioned before, I'm a big 1/18 scale guy, so of course I got we have a 1/18 scale figure here in the store, so I can see just how big a 3 3/4 action figure is going to be next to this awesome Minotaur. Holy cow, that's huge. One of the good reasons why I love 1/18 scale so much is you can get a huge difference in perspective scales. Let's take Regarionn now right next to his buddy. For those of you guys that have read the package or seen the online description for him, he actually saved his life, and now they have kind of this brotherhood where he fights for him. Atlas kind of saved his life, so it's very cool. Look at how awesome those guys look together, right? And it's like, ready for battle, let's do this. So there you have it. I love this guy. I think you're gonna love him too. Check him out. Mythic Legions is just killing it. They just really know what they're doing. He's awesome. I will definitely be purchasing him. If you would like to pick him up here locally in the St. Louis area, we do have these still in stock. We've got a few of them left, as well as some of the other Rising Suns characters. So swing by the store, check them out. I hope you had fun listening to this review and letting me play around with this action figure just a little bit. It's awesome. So thanks again. I'll check you next time.